right, girls. Here we go again. This one's going to be an easier one. We're only going over one thing, which is build up play. We're starting from a goal kick here. So, the field, we're going to jump right into it, okay? So, the field is the defending half. The phase of play is building up from the back, okay? The objectives are advance the ball, keep the ball, which in our language is valuing the ball. Okay, we're going to go to our main principle, which is creating attacking shape, provide options to play forward. That's what I ask you at practice. How can I support my teammate? We can't just stand still and ball watch, which you'll see today. We did a lot of that, but there's a lot of good things as well, which we'll go over. But I just want us to be prepared to play a very good match. This was an actually good team. Uh, well shaped, I believe, in some moments that actually helped us to get better. Um, so again, let's move on to the sub principles. So we're gonna create height, width, and depth. So when we're on offense, can we have a big shape? What is our shape on offense? Big shape, small shape if we're on defense. Okay, so we're going to provide vertical and diagonal passing options and lose opponent when marked. Okay, we can't just stand there and be marked. We have to lose our opponent. Okay, those are the sub principles. And the player action. So these are the things that you are doing, girls. So, or need to do, we need to improve on, which we have been at practice. That's why we've been harping on it this week. So it's going to be scanning, right? We talked about this, ladies, and then supporting, and then adapting our body shape, which we'll talk about as we go on. Okay? So let's go ahead and play this video. So here we go. So I'm already going to touch on a couple of things. So, sorry, girls. Let me go back. So I'm already going to touch on a couple things. So you see where the original, this one's going to be the number 11 because they're on the right side. So the right wing. We have our number 2, the right back. Number 3, the left back. Number 7, the left wing, left mid, and then our number 10. Okay? One thing that you see here, right now the number 11 is being played by Beckley. And our number 7 right now is being played by, I believe, Sophia at the time. Okay? We need to understand here, which we do in the other clips. Beckley, you need to support a little bit more in that middle. So it's a good byline, what we talked about at practice, of those guidelines. So you see the 18-yard box right here, and then the out of bounds. We don't want to necessarily hug the line. We want to be in the middle of this 18-yard box and the out of bounds, okay, in order to support our number 2, okay? The number 10 is in a good position here. Again, the number 7, a little bit outside. I would love for you to support better in a passing lane, like we spoke about. And the other thing that I'm going to talk about a lot, girls, that you'll see, you see this identification here. That is us to scan. We have locked eyes. See, locked eyes on the ball. We're always caught ball watching. We're ball watching here, and we're ball watching here. We need to scan. It's like, what do I see? Which you'll see in the clip here. And what are we looking to see? We're looking to see where the space is and where our teammates are. And on top of that, yes, where the defender is. But if we can see where our teammates are, and then how can I support my teammates, that's how we'll better build out from the back. So let's go on and move on. But so far, if you look at it, if we stay there, yeah, we're in a great shape, but so is this other team. Like, they have that number 9 pressing here, and then they're sitting back with their wingers, and then the number 10's here. So I feel like they're they're doing their best to prevent our build-up play. So let's move on. I don't mind it. So perfect example here. So actually it's lay at the time. So I was wrong. So the number 7 gets played from the number 3. I would love Ariana had taken that space, but let's just go on with what we see here. Now, if you see here, we actually have a pretty good shape here. So we have our number 2, or number 3, number 2, the number 10, our number 7 and 11, and then the 9 is in a great position. Now, I would love, just like we've been doing at practice, is laying off. Then Melanie's able to take the space with this wiggly line, and then she has options to pass through this channel to the 9 and to this channel to the 11, which is Beckley at that time. So this is what we do, which I don't mind. It's actually, just watch. This is actually pretty nice, but it just doesn't go the way we want it to. But let's just see how it goes. So that was like actually pretty good idea. So here, Beckley, you must be able to read that penny, especially or whoever the number 2 is going to be, that we need to be using our back foot to take a touch, and Beckley, you need to read that she has it and come out wide, creating width, right? Big shape. We're now about to be on attack, so we have to be quick. The wingers need to be quick on creating that width. As you're creating that width, we need to scan. Where's my next teammate? What do I see? The cues that we speak about. You do actually a good job for the most part. I like I said, like, we're improving here. This is just something I want us to get in the habit of, and I believe watching this video and understanding, okay, like that's what I should have been doing, is going to help us on our next game, which is a very important game on Saturday. Okay, so let's move on. So boom, here. She takes the space into there. Nice move. Beckley's there. I love that you're side on. So let me go back a little bit. I'm going to pause at a really good time. Here. And then you get side on. The only thing that I would want from the 11 here, and Beckley's playing this, is just to take a peek. Take a peek of where the space is at right here. That's it. So let's go on. Good ball. Takes the space. I don't mind this decision here. Yes, maybe play Chandler into this space, right? But I don't mind the decision. So here we go. So the number 2, the right defender. We always want our wingers to throw in the ball so that we can have a diamond shape. So just in case we don't play it quickly, we at least have options to either reset the ball, play the 10, or play the 9. Okay? So we want to scan. You see how we're ball watching? We're all just looking right here. No one took a peek at where's my teammate? Where's the space that I can go into? So look, as you can see here is what I wrote. What is our shape? We do have a good shape, but Penny, who's the number 2 right defender at the time, is out of frame, which I want you a little closer to show support. So what do I see? Where is the shape I can go into if I receive the ball? Because if I receive the ball, I don't want to be reactive like I've taught you girls. It's like, I don't want to get the ball and then, okay, now what do I do? No, I mean, what do I see? Where are my teammates? How can they support me? I can either, if I get the ball here, look at all this space I can go into that we're scanning. Same thing for Chandler, right? It's that simple. I don't want to complicate the way we play, because at the end of the day, I want to live with the decisions that you're making, but I just want to add those little skills of just scanning on, okay, what do I see? Because girls, I'm like, what I've seen at practice, we're scanning and we're in an out of bounds situation and we're scanning out of bounds. Why are we scanning out of bounds? We're just going through the motion of it. So now you understand, like, see, you're scanning, where's the space? Where's the space? Right here. We're scanning to where we are going, which is towards what? The goal. Okay? So as you can see, is the diamond. So at all times, I want the wingers, which are right now is the 11. If it was on that side, I want the 7 throwing it in. Okay? Let's move on. Nice move here. Yeah, it's just like you see there. Look at the unbalance right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 girls. I didn't move you. So the number 11, so Beckley, I didn't move you to kind of pop out here so she can reset it. Just like we've been working at practice this week. We set it to you or we set it to Penny. But you see, look, girls, this is something I want us to improve on. Is you see, Leia, ball watching. Melanie, ball watching. Penny, ball watching. Just take a peek at where the space is. I'm trying to show you visually here where you should be looking at, right? Want to be looking into these areas. Okay, so let's move on. We actually do a good job here based on, like I said, effort and just pure talent alone. But I want to play smarter, not harder, and be in these situations rather than just, hey, let's reset the ball, let's get in our shape. Because we're very, very disciplined in our shape when we are attacking or when we're defending. We're really good at that. It's just sometimes we want to just bulldoze our way forward rather than trusting our teammates, letting the ball move for one another, and playing smarter, not harder. So here we go. Look what happens. Leia's there still. This I love. Watch, ladies. Watch. This is I love so much. Boom. Leia doesn't give up on the ball. Boom. Here we go. Beautiful, ladies. Look at our shape. We're getting support from the number 3, the number 2, which is the number 3 is the left back, and then the number 2 is the right back, and then which I love. This is a good thing that you guys did, which I love so much. Even though this is Chandler, she's the 9, and then Melanie, she's the 10, and then Beckley, she is the 11. She's in her position, but how Chandler and Melanie were able to shift and still support each other. Look how many triangles we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done, ladies. I love this because she's really the 9 that should be here, but based on the situation that happened, right? We still went to go attack the ball, and we still were able to have our shape and support one another. Girls, we do a great job in supporting one another, but what we lack and need improvement on is when we're being supported by our teammates, let's just pass it back. Let's just value the ball. That's the thing. We actually do. We're there. We're there and supporting our teammates. But the thing that we lack is just to lay it off or play in the space. That's the only thing that we need to improve on. But at least we're there in our discipline, in our shape, and we're there in support for our teammates. So that I give you. So here we go. Look at this. Boom. And we're able to get a goal. So great job, ladies. I love you guys celebrating together. All right, here we go. Next clip. So you see that I'm already telling Sophia to go support Melanie because we're way too high. You see the number 7 and number 11. You're not hugging so much, but I would want you a little bit more over here, Sophia. So this is going to be the number 7 because you're playing on the left side. And then Beckley, you have to read it where you see you're not in the middle of the 18-yard box, this is the 18-yard box and the sideline. You need to be more in the middle. So watch what I put. So what do we see? Where's the space I can go into if I get the ball? Where can I support my teammate? Right? So again, none of us have peaked. We're all either locked into the ball, I believe Melanie is peaking if I'm not mistaken. At least where she knows, and this is I believe this is why she made a great decision in taking the 1v1 and creating her own space and then giving it to the outside, to the number 7, I believe. So this helps tremendously because we want to know where we're going. We want to know what we're up against, right? We want to know where our teammates are at. So again, the number 2 locked into the ball, not even looking at the ball, locked into the ball, locked into the ball. We need to, what do we see? Scanning, scanning, girls. We will improve on this. We will improve. I will make sure we improve on scanning. I can live with it if we're scanning and then we dribble and we make a mistake. I can live with the mistakes, but I want to make sure we're developing and understanding where is the space, where's our teammates, how can I support my teammates, and how can we build up play. So here we go. Again, just move your shape a little bit, but for the most part, yeah, if we would stay wide, we have good shape. I'm just moving you just a tiny bit, right? The Ariana, you're pushing up just a little bit to support here in this area. Beckley, you're pushing up in that middle area where I told you where I want you, and then the same with I believe this is Sophia or Leia playing the number 7, which is the left wing, which is very important, especially this number 10. So let's go forward. So look, I haven't shown it again because look, we're just locked into the ball. Scan there. Boom, takes it. So look, if for me, if Ariana scans, which is the number 10, then I would be like, hey, ball, because look at all this space. Look at all of this space that we can go into. Right? And then now Beckley's tracking in. So now we have an option to either play into this channel, just like we spoke about before in the last clips, when Melanie was the number 10, or playing the 9, or playing the 11 into space. But again, I feel like this will help you visually see what I'm looking for. Is just taking a pick over his shoulder, seeing where the space is, and then like, hey, ball, I'm here, I'm supporting you. So you're more likely, I believe, to be vocal because if you get the ball, look, if you turn, look at all the space that you have. But again, I can live with your decisions, and we are growing and developing and understanding the game a lot better, girls. So that I applaud you in. So let's move forward. Got to get a touch on that ball. But unlucky. So here we go again. Different clip. Now we have a new number 10. That's why, girls, real quick, that's why I use the position numbers, is because it doesn't matter who's in that position. The responsibility is still the same. It doesn't change. So no matter who we plug into that position, the responsibility is always going to stay the same. That number 10 is very important, needs to push into the space. We have a style of play. We're a possession-based team. We're looking to unbalance the team in order to attack the space. Just like I've told you guys, just in a mentor way, where when we're united together, we're balanced. You cannot attack us because we're together. We're united. But a team that's unbalanced, easy to attack. That's the principle. Okay? So we must find the unbalance in the other team by moving the ball, scanning, seeing where we're at, and be able to penetrate the space and attack and create goal-scoring opportunities by either passing with the through ball, crossing, or dribbling it ourselves into the space, breaking the lines to create a goal-scoring opportunity. Okay, so let's move on. So you see here, again, ball watching. This indicator is to help you understand where you need to be scanning. That's all that is. So let's move forward. So here we go. The high press. Well done. The number 7's in that area. I love this. So really, let me pause really quick. So I'm saying I'm really proud of you. Like number 7, specifically Sophia playing that position. That's why I want you to dribble. If she wins that ball, man, okay, she wins the ball, but you're at least dribbling. You've been too quick to make a pass when you have the skills, watch this, to pay the bills. Okay? So it's a little joke, right? But you have been practicing so hard and having individual sessions as well where you look at the skills. You just megged a girl. And now look at the space that you're about to take. So I want you to have more belief in yourself to take on the 1v1. Now look, you've created space for yourself. So well done. The other thing we need to work on, the number 9. It doesn't matter who's in. Like I said, it's plug and play. It doesn't matter who goes into those number positions. Those responsibilities are still the same per position. So the number 10, if we were to scan, we would understand. Look at all this space. I care about so much. I even put an illustration like, look how much space there is. Number 9 needs to scan to see where the space is at, where their teammates is at. Obviously, they're the last person, the first defender, if you will. And then the number 10, if you just scan, maybe you'd be asking for the ball and then going into this space. And then the number 11 is now going into space, and now we're doing this. This is how it's. No one's gonna probably understand this reference. Probably your parents. Is like the Mighty Ducks. Now we're doing the flying V, where now the number 10 has it in the middle here. The number 11 is going into space. The number 7 is going here. The number 9's here. So now we have a channel there to 9 or to the 11, or the number 10 continues to take that space. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Tries to give it to the 9 man, I believe, but it's just good hustle play. Still not building all the way totally to the front, but this is why we're working on it. So here's the next one. So again, watch, girls. Like I am emphasizing on it so much, harping on it so much, beating a dead horse so much, because I know if I just show you, and we've been working it at practice, that it's gonna slowly start to happen. It's a super simple skill. Where's the space? Where's my teammate? Super simple, but it's just a habit we're gonna have to get into. So again, number 10, scanning here, and then over here, the number 7, ball watching too. So we just gotta scan, ladies. That's it. Simple. Let's go on. I love this from Melanie, taking on the 1v1. So what do I see? So look, ball watching again, ball watching again, ball watching again. Just take a peek, ladies. Where's the space? How can I support my teammate? And real quick, on regards to the number, I believe the number 3, which Melanie is playing right now. The way you've been practicing at practice, you see how you've been taking on players. I need that here, because sometimes you can even pull it back and use these players too. I know you can. I know how you're a very, very smart player. And you'll see in the other clips, I'm not going to give it away yet, but how you're finding players in the space, and then you have enough skills to pay the bills and take on that 1v1 and play these players into the channels. Okay, so let's move on. Here we go. See, unlucky there, but it's okay. We have a keeper there. See, this is what happens. Boom. Here goes Elizabeth. I love this, taking it into space. Here we go. Like again, if you can see here, just take a peek, girls. I know it's hard, so I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna beat a dead horse right now, because I want you. It's just a peek as you're running. You're like, okay, so you understand where the space is and what I'm gonna do when I get that ball. So like I said, if I go over it visually and as we're working on at practice, then it's going to just easy start to come to us. Okay? I think I like what happens here. So the number 9's there. Here's the thing I want to go over. So well done on your shape. So you see here, y'all, we are naturally, based on what we've been practicing, are keeping our shape, being disciplined in our shape, that look at the triangle. Look at here's a triangle. And then look, if my 11 can just go into that little area there, right? My number 10 scan into that space. Look, the number 9, which I'm about to get on Emma. I'm get on to Emma real quick. You're about to do something that I never want to see you do. I feel like this is going to help you understand, because you're a player that needs ball at their feet, and just you're very technical, so you need to distribute the ball and find yourself in the right positions to score. So you can either lay it. Here's the options you have. You can either lay it off to the 10. She can take that space into here, and then play in the space into the 7, and then you're going as a 9 into the dangerous area to receive a cross. Maybe it's one option. Or, right, you're playing it in the space, like the pattern that we've been working on, understanding like you don't have to wait for the 11 to get there. The number 11, Beckley in this instant, knows to go into that space. So you're playing her into space, and then she's like, whoo, 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 meeting that ball. Now, because Beckley has speed, and we've been working on her crossing, takes it all the way. The number 10 supporting, the number 3 over there supporting, the number 2 supporting, just in case maybe we don't get a cross off into this area, but at least it's in our attacking half. And then maybe she's finding you for the cross, right? So this is what I want you to be doing, number 9, specifically Emma. Okay? So let's go out and play to see what happens, because this is I don't want to see this anymore. I don't want to see this anymore. At least we kept the value of the ball, but we're just kicking it. Okay, so we're moving on here. Playing the ball. Kind of everywhere. But I do like this. What do I see? Where are my teammates? Where's the space? Just checking the shoulder. But look, this is what I like. I actually couldn't. That's what I'm saying. I can live with y'all's decisions. Okay, so look what happens here. Boom. Good layoff. Splits them. Boom. Right back to her. Melanie understands to back off. So here's the other thing. Look. Number 9 must create height in depth, creating space for the number 11, which is Tegan at this moment. Right? Because look at all that. Look at all this that she can go into. And then Chandler's in a dangerous area. Okay, so look what happens. Boom. We're unbalancing our shape. Look at that pass back. I love it. I love it. I believe that's Leia in that number 7 position, so we can reshape ourselves, right? Because look, instead of us, Leia just going into those 3 players, which are unbalanced because they're close together, right? Because look at all the open players now. If from what she did, resets the ball, she can go back there or come here. Tegan needs to open up wide. As soon as we reset that, boom, let's get back into our shape. Let's scan. What do I see? Where's the space? Where's my teammates? How can I support my teammates? Okay? This is what happens. Boom, we give it right back. So let's keep it playing, because there's something good actually happened. Good defending here, so we see it up happening. But look, girls, the only reason why I'm really going over this, because we will play better competition. This team was good. This team was good, though. But we will play harder teams that understand how to play just as good as we know how to play. So we have to clean up these things. But overall, We're growing, and I'm very proud of that. So again, look, Tegan, you're asked for the ball. I don't mind, right? But you could be out here supporting wide. Okay, so let's see what happens. Got to create that width. Boom. Again, Chandler does it again. The number 9 does it again. Doesn't matter who it is. So just come out here. Look, if you're out here, look, she already has momentum to get that ball. Come out here. Maybe even play you. You play her back here. Or she goes all the way to cross it to you. Okay, I believe we just get, which is normal. That happens to me. We get so excited, and we want to get the ball. We just want to get the ball. But let's try to be disciplined, which it means discipline means, hey, this is my position. I want to support my teammates. I'm going to trust my teammates. So I'm going to allow Tegan to play her position, and that's her ball, and she's going to find me. So I'm going to stay in my shape, discipline in my shape, regardless that, hey, I could get that ball, but then I'm taking away the space from my own teammate. Does that make sense? So here we go. Let's move on. So look what could have happened. So still gets it, right? This was a great ball by Tegan. But imagine if Chandler was already there playing that ball. Now we're already in position. Leia shouldn't be there, right? But at least she's there. We had an opportunity. So again, even though we are not structured in our shape and we're getting into our own way, we still make things happen, right? But girls, like I said, I want to work smarter, not harder. But good job on the hustle play. We're almost rewarded for it. But I do want us to work smarter, not harder. So let's move on. So here we go. Here from a throw-in. Well done. See, finds Chandler. So here's one thing. Me and Coach Noah and Coach Juan saw this. When the number 11 makes that pass to the number 9, right, and especially in this situation, Beckley in this situation, the job's not done. You don't pass the ball and like, okay, I'm going to watch the show happen. No. How can I support my teammate? Boom. Here, now you're given an option for Chandler to pass the ball to you into that space, and now Chandler's running to receive a cross from you. Very simple. Jobs, you give a ball, good ball. But the job's not done. You'll see. We're just standing there. Not standing there, but we're just watching. Watching the show. See, watching. At least we're supporting. But then look, we let it go. Here's another good one. Full steam ahead. We need to read. Look, my teammate got my back. We need to have communication from the number 2, Penny, in this situation. Yeah, I got it. You know who says it's mine? The number 11, Beckley. And you're running towards it rather than the ball's already coming her way, and then you're opening up to provide her an option and how you can support your teammate here. Or, look, Penny has all this space. If now Ariana's speaking to her, if Ariana would peek and see, look at all this space, ladies. Look at this space. Remember, we're trying to switch from right to left or left to right on balancing the team and finding the space to attack, to create a goal-scoring opportunity by crossing, passing, dribbling to shoot. Okay? That's how we're going to break those lines. So let's see what happens. So you say my mind. Okay, look, she kicks it right to you. We're not in control of the ball. Great split there. I love this right here. Could have been a 1-2. Unlucky on the ball right back. But I loved it. See, stuff still happens even though, like I said, it may look like I'm nitpicking, girls. But I just want us to see the game more. Not in a different way, but a little bit more, because I feel like we're starting to understand our style of play, the methodology that we're teaching as coaches. And now it's just okay, like let's just continue to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and things will fall into place like they already are, right? We are very structured in our shape and what we understand on when we're on defense, small shape. We're on offense, big shape. Like we understand, right? Now we just have to continue. We have to improve on it in the game, right? Because we're doing well at practice. So let's move on. So you'll see here what I love, Melanie. Splits them, boom, already in the midfield. But that's what we need to work on. So really quick, I'm going to touch on that real fast. We can't be doing these numbers anymore. We can't. Because now look, they're now counterattacking and we're all just ball watching, ball watching, ball watching, ball watching. On a great ball from Melanie to split, like we split them. So we were already ahead of the ball in our attacking half. So all this right here with 1, 2, 3, 4 players. But now we just gave it back to them. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4 against 2. So let's move on. So I'm highlighting these players because, again, look, we're just watching. We're just watching. Rather than, what did I just speak about? When we're on defense, it's transition play. Transition play, girls, is when we go from attacking to defending or defending to attacking, which I'm going to go over in another video, right? But not this one. We're just specifically working on build-up play, where this is this is part of soccer. It's an up and down, understanding what we're doing. So, hey, we just lost the ball. We need to track back and help our teammates here. Track back means to go back, close our shape to make a small shape because now we are on defense. So, boom, boom, boom. Great defending. Here we go. So I hope this helps you. You're playing the number 7 still, Sophia. So let's see. Like, let's go with some more speed. You have more speed than that. Like, some more intensity. Like, go. I see it at training. And again, during this game, this is where I'm going to give you grace and understanding, right? Understanding your situation. You were sick, so you are not full strength. But this coming game, you're healthy. You've been doing well at training. You earned minutes. I need the Sophia that you saw that in the last clip. You megged a girl, and you're megged a girl, which means you're being brave and you're taking initiative to take that space and not just, oh, I need to get rid of it. No, you're being brave enough to, you have the skills, take the space. What do I see? Okay, can I take more space, or where's my teammates so I can give them a ball? Either a square ball to their feet or into space, right? So I just want to point that out to you because I hope you know like that you're faster than that, and you know that you're faster than that. So let's move on. So here we go. Here, I just point this out a little bit. Is so communicate. Hey, I'm here. I'm out wide. Something. A little, maybe scooting a little closer. So that was my only thing. Everything else is good. So communicate. Number 1. Get in a closer position to support your teammate. But reality, you're in a great position. But to help your teammate out, communicate, because right now she's not looking, right? She's just looking straight at the ball, kind of probably nervous, right? And then gets the ball out as soon as possible rather than hey, I have your back. I got you. I'm out wide. So it gives her like, oh, okay. Like it helps your teammates to communicate with them. Okay? So let's move on. There you go. I show you there. You're communicating. You show that you're there. Let me just kick it. So that's again transition to, okay, we don't have the ball anymore. How can I support my teammate? Which you actually do really well as we play on this clip, but it's just a little bit early because what if she gets out across? Look at 1, 2, 3. If you're not there, that's 3 people open. So here we go. Ball. Kind of still stuck. We're compact at least. Here we go. The number 3 is up way too high, but look who's supporting. The number 11. Well done. Here we go. Now we're transitioning. Unlucky on the ball. A little bit of a basketball screen there. I enjoy this. Here's one thing. Look, that player's the number 10. Specifically, this is Ariana. Ariana, we worked on this. Now you're able to maybe pull it back, keep the ball, and now you're going into this space. I hope you remember what we did at our private session. When you're in those scenarios where you're not just letting it go by, you're actually pulling it back, changing direction, and you knowing that you have those skills enough to create your own space and go the other way. And now you're setting up your right foot. But as we go on, you're gonna see a great thing happens. So great support. Let's see here. Great support from the number 7, which is painting situation, and the number 11. Okay, so let's move on. Here we go. The high pressing. Great ball. Look at that. They have good shape, but look at Melanie putting a ball. What a beautiful ball into space. So we're already breaking the line with the pass, going into the midfield line to the midfielders. So let's see what happens here. Way to lay off, number 10. Unlucky there, unlucky. It's okay. Can live with that. I will love Beckley because you know what you're good at. Touching and deciding and keep going. But other than that, we're doing well. Here we go. So that's where we could have reset the ball to the supporting teammate here, which would be the number 3, which is the left defender here. I think it's Tegan. Just resetting the ball, and then we get back in our shape. It's like a reset for our shape. It's a reset of the ball, and it helps us get back into our shape when we're flustered. Flustered means is like in a panic, or I hope that helps. Like, so we're in a panic, like, oh no. I love this turn here. I pointed out too. Just give a nice square ball. You've already done a great job on regards to regaining the ball. Just give a nice ball to the number 7, the left wing. Or even here, look from here. But we give a ball into space, and we don't value the ball, which is unlucky. Like, it was a great defensive effort to reset. You doing it again. Look at that. Just unlucky there. I just wanted us to play a little bit smarter, but I think we've especially Tegan has grown so much. So here we go. Boom. Boom. Takes that space. Knows to set up the right. Go la so. Well done. I love it. Look at you guys look at you girls celebrating. I love it. And that's it, girls. That is it. I hope this is very helpful for you. I'm going to get this out as soon as possible. So again, little things we've been working on at practice, how we can value the ball, moving it from right to left, unbalancing the team, finding the space to attack, and creating opportunities. Okay, you've already seen how we need to be just supporting a little bit from the wingers here, the 7 and 11, just a little bit, right? Not too far off where we're not supporting the number 10 supporting here. Remember, how can I support my teammate? Where's my teammate at? Scanning, girls. So I don't want to harp on too much. Well done. Good victory here. It was a 5-1 end result, and I know we're just going to get better and better and better. So I'm so proud of you girls. So let's continue to work, and I will see you on the next one.